Good afternoon, YouTubers. Tsquare with Tsquare Talks. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday. Hopefully it's going to be a good weekend for everybody. So today I wanted to take a few minutes and talk a little bit about something that I've noticed. And I'm going to show you guys a chart that we've actually shown you before, but I'm going to make a couple modifications to it, and I'm going to make you guys come to the conclusion that I kind of came to, that we are going to have a blowout year, I believe, for gold, and a blowout year for silver. So you guys have heard time and time again. Well, before I get going, I'm just going to show you guys the chart first. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please take a quick minute and hit that thumbs up button for me, because it helps me out more than you know. A little thumbs up goes a long way. Okay, so you guys have seen this chart before. This chart goes all the way back to 2000. And I've actually added in the new closeout numbers, because even though the year is not over yet, the trading for the year is pretty much over. The stock market's closed. It's now the weekend. By the time everything opens back up, it will probably be the 2nd, and thus the new year. So taking a look, though, real quick at this chart, we can see both the gold every year all the way down and the S&P 500 every year down. So moving on, for those people that just think that gold and silver is just a total waste of money, take a quick little look. 274, 276, 347, 416, 435, 513, 635. I won't read through all these numbers because, one, you can screenshot, you can pause the video and see it, and we've talked about this chart before. However, this year is no different. We continue to see the up climb. However, the beginning of the year, we were at 1830. And now we are at 2062 as you continue to see gold climb and escalate in price. But what I really want to point out is right here, what the S&P 500 closed out at. Great year. As you can see, it started out the year at 38.39 and got all the way up to 47.69. So, hey, I ain't going to lie. People that are in the S&P 500, they did pretty well this year too. But the important thing that I want to point out, in my personal opinion, and what I'm looking at right here, is what happened in 2021, how we saw it get to right about this same number, and then we keep seeing the pullback. And then all of a sudden, it just free fell. And I wouldn't be surprised to see that happen again right here, and really see a rough year for the S&P 500. Now, one thing that a lot of people don't think about is your worst times in the economy. They usually fall during election years because there's so much uncertainty as to what's going on. And when you have that, you never really know how that's going to play out each from every election year to the next. But what I find more important is I put a little dot right here because in 2002, we saw a pretty devastating, it basically went down minus 23%. That's a pretty big hit. And what I find interesting is how much gold went up that year when the S&P really tanked. Because a lot of people have this belief that, oh, the stock market went down, it's going to take gold and silver down with it. And yes, we have seen instances where that happens. However, you also see mega drops from 11,048 to 879 for the S&P 500, only to have gold rise by 25.6%. And that would have been a phenomenal investment to have actually made that. And I know some people out there are going to be like, oh, it's only $80. You can't look at the final number of how much it was. You got to look at the percentage that you potentially can make. A 25% on your investment for a year is phenomenal, in my opinion. And I would not be surprised if we see something even better. However, the difference is 25% right now. 25% from 276 to 347 doesn't seem like a lot. But you move that down here, and you tack 25% onto that, all of a sudden you're sitting at gold roughly 25.80. And now that's a big jump. Can you imagine tomorrow gold at 25.80? But now we're going to get a little bit off topic of gold for a minute. I don't doubt gold's going to do really good. But look at all the silver we got in front of us. Obviously, there's a reason why I think this. And I've talked about this time and time again on the channel. However, most people will agree that when gold goes up, silver goes up like it's on steroids. Silver just skyrockets. Yes, it's bad when it's coming down because it does take a beating. And that's, I think, what gives silver the bad rep is the downfalls in silver. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I remember seeing silver at some pretty high numbers only to take huge hits. Gold didn't really take the big hits. I mean, gold come down a little bit, but silver fell hard. Now, so my thoughts are silver is where I want to put my money for right now. Gold is great. I'm not going to sit here and not gold. I mean, you guys know I have gold. I have a pretty diversified portfolio of both precious metals. I even got some crypto for the people that are against crypto. But the thing that I want to really say is if we see, I had to sneeze there for a minute, I'm sorry. If we see gold go up to what I'm projecting, a $2,500 price target, and some people might think that seems low, some people might think that seems high, some people might even think, oh, you took your prediction from Steve Forbes. Not really. I showed you how I just came up with my prediction. And I really think that it's interesting that the S&P has hit that number multiple times and keeps coming back down. I think it's a matter of time that we're going to see a big drop. And I want to be prepared. Now, what do I plan on doing if all of a sudden silver just really gets spicy hot? Let's say silver just climbs all the way up to 50, 60 bucks and gold is sitting at 2,500. Well, think about that just for a minute. That means that your silver has essentially, 60 bucks. You've almost tripled in value. I mean, not quite tripled, but let's say. And the truth of the matter is silver gets up to 60 bucks. The premiums are going to be pretty high because everybody is going to be wanting to throw their money in. I'm hearing right now people telling me, I want to put some money into gold. What's the best way for me to do it? When people start talking like that, that kind of instills that more people are going to be learning about gold over the next, few months, the next year, and they're going to want to be putting their money in it. And what always happens too is when people the first thing they learn about is gold because it's popular. It's the popular kid in the school, and they don't really always find out about the secondary silver until they start doing a little bit more homework. And I mean, even look at Joe Rogan just announced on his podcast, he was talking about gold the other day. So that right there, I mean, kind of is even more, reason in my opinion. I mean, when popular people start talking about something, people really start looking at it. And if gold does really skyrocket to, tripling in price, that would give me the opportunity to trade some of this silver because silver would go up with it. Some of this silver in for some gold. Now, yes, gold went up in this scenario and silver's skyrocketed up. But instead of 85 to 1, this would give me the opportunity to maybe get it at 60 to 1. Can you imagine that? I mean, I'd have like 4 or 5 ounces here. So, I mean, that's at that ratio. A lot of people are going to miss the boat, and it saddens me because they're going to hear about this when gold is climbing. They're going to hear about it at 50. They're going to hear about it at 60. We could even have some crazy blow off top to 100, which is not unreasonable, $100 silver. And when that happens, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be pushing their money in and really not caring, not even thinking. They're just going to think 100 is going to go to 200. Because the truth of the matter is, every time prices go up, everybody will start spewing out bigger and bigger numbers. They'll cite somebody out there that said that gold is going to go to 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. And we've seen this on the channel. When we were big on talking about Dogecoin. We liked it at 5 cents here on the channel, 4 or 5 cents. At 50, a lot of us were getting out of it. At 60, I think almost everybody, there was a few people that were still hardcore into it and refused to sell because they heard the rumors of Dogecoin's going to go to $1, it's going to go to $5, and greed set in. Be very careful with that, but take advantage of the opportunities that are in front of you right now. So with that being said, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. I hope everybody has taken the time to put in some opportunity for silver, place maybe an order or whatever. This is not financial advice, nor should it be considered as such. However, it is an opportunity, I believe, and it's an opportunity that ain't going to last forever. Once there's some commotion, once some major event happens, none of that we're talking about right now in the news. Therefore, the demand is essentially a little bit down. The premiums are down, and that's where you're really able to save money, because even if the price goes up and the premiums really skyrocket up, then you're really going to have a hard time getting into it, in my opinion. The price is not as low as it's been, but the premiums are low right now. So in my opinion, it's a great opportunity. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you hit the thumbs up, and I hope you leave me a comment and let me know your thoughts. Take care, everybody, and have a great day.